guys, this is Eva and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do this video for a while in case any of you have an upcoming wedding and are wondering what are good ways to keep up your budget but still look beautiful and have everything go the right way and have the beautiful dress but not for thousands and thousands of dollars. And that is not simply because I just want to make such a video, but because I myself was in such a situation a while ago. And I feel that now that the wedding is over and some months have passed and I had the time to really think about how everything went through and what I liked, what I didn't like, what I would change, and so on and so forth, I can go ahead and share with you what decisions I took for my wedding dress that really cut down my budget, and I was absolutely happy with my decision. So basically, what is this about? I ordered my wedding dress online. Yes, I did. Without ever trying it on, without ever touching the fabrics, without ever seeing it for real in real life on someone else. And a lot of people thought I was crazy. Some of them actually mentioned their ideas to me that it's not gonna look as good if they're making a mistake. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did and how my thought process went through. And I have my laptop over here so that I can share with you what other stuff I ordered online and how everything went through and how much I really saved. So how this whole thing started. We were not in a hurry to plan the entire thing right from the beginning. In fact, I believe the first thing that we ever did was buy our rings because we knew that whatever decisions we took, we're going to need wedding bands, and it doesn't matter where the venue is gonna be or what the clothes are gonna be. We just chose the rings because we knew that whatever type of ceremony we do, we're gonna need rings. So that was the first thing, and some time has passed. We started with the organization, and the beautiful time came for me to research and find where to get a wedding dress. Now, I looked a lot online to some actual boutiques that were locally around me and that I could visit, book times, hours, and go try something on. I went into this store that was located in a mall near my office. It's a bridal shop, and I took a friend there. I didn't have an hour or anything. I just wanted to see what's going on, if I like any of the designs, if I want to book an hour for myself. And by the time we got there, it was actually closed. There was a huge note saying that the store is closed because someone else is trying on dresses. And let me tell you, this shop is huge. This shop can fit 20 brides at the same time, all having the personal space that they need to try all the dresses that they want, stepping on each individual podium. That's how big that store was. And at that exact moment, it was closed for just one person. Because you could see inside and it was not filled with people, it was definitely closed because of one single person. And that's totally fine. Like, I really have no idea how their whole procedure works, but this is something that really pushed me away. On the top of it all, I already knew that this store is extremely expensive, and if I wanted to afford something from there, it has to be absolutely simplistic, like no fancy design, nothing artistic. And I am an artistic person. I already had an idea of 3 different styles that I was going for. I just wanted to see. It wasn't something specific. You might think that it's stupid or crazy. At that moment, I decided to see what other options I had. And actually, because I have been researching for such boutiques and stores online, you know how Google makes that thing that it starts to suggest to you things that you're interested in because it knows that you've been researching that particular thing, in my case, wedding dresses. And so I came across this ad for buying your wedding dress online, and it was for a particular site. It's a Chinese site. I guess a lot of you have heard of it. If you have not, it's called AliExpress. So I have ordered a few things from this website, but in my opinion, this is a place to order things that are not really expensive, that you really don't care about that much, if they get lost, if something's not quite alright with them, and I'm gonna tell you why. So basically, you have a lot of sellers, just like in eBay. They each have an individual store, they have their items that they're selling, and it could be anything. Clothes, stickers, electronics, phones, stationery, anything you can think of, like just like eBay, the Asian version of eBay. So knowing already what this website is about, I wasn't quite sure that I even want to research about wedding dresses from there. I did though, and of course they have wedding dresses, they have everything. But there is a very high possibility that you can get a really cheap dress and end up looking like these YouTubers that play around, order dresses for $5 that look like something else on the picture and end up looking completely different and being a total disaster. Yet they're doing it to have fun, and you don't really want that to happen to your wedding dress, right? Because I already knew what the website is about, I started researching even more of what else can be done, what other websites are there. And I found this amazing article that explains everything and helps you choose. Basically, this article suggested AliExpress, another website very similar in its work to it, and a few others. One of them I ended up choosing, which is called LightInTheBox. You might have already heard of this. I've definitely heard of this like 6 years ago, but really, I had no idea they also offer wedding dresses. I thought it's a bunch of other stuff as well, some clothing, but never knew it's wedding dresses. So basically, what's the difference and why you have a better possibility getting a good dress from LightInTheBox or a similar website to them? Because AliExpress is simply like eBay. They have a lot of different sellers and a lot of different stores. And if something were to happen with your order, or your dress doesn't fit you, or there's some kind of other problem, it will be really hard for the website to assist you with that problem. I assume they also have some securities and things like that, but those are basically different stores and different sellers. And the website of it all is just a platform allowing them to exist and make their sales and for people to do their purchases. So the chance of something going wrong and you receiving the dress that doesn't fit you, doesn't look like it's described, or something else is very big. So that is one of the reasons I already kind of knew that, and I didn't want to go with that. Just like you would probably not order your wedding dress from eBay, because the possibilities are the same. There are a lot of scammers these days, and you really have no idea what's going to happen. And to me, and I believe to all of you, the most important thing in this case is to absolutely know that you have security at all times. Even if you receive the dress, if you simply don't like it and want to return it, to know that that is something you can do. So this article offered this other website, LightInTheBox. And the difference there is that it's not a platform just simply allowing sellers to open stores and sell their items, but it's like an entire website that's a store in its whole entity, and everything that they offer is theirs. They work with different designers and different brands, but they're overall one single website, not different sellers. And also they have a lot of good reviews. That is something else that you can definitely check out. There are so many videos of happy customers. There are a lot of reviews that are extremely realistic, of real people that give out their opinions if there was something wrong, what happened, what's the case, how it was resolved. So this is really one of the things that maybe look into there. And oh my god, there are so many wedding dresses. I was searching and I was on the website for 2 weeks straight, and I even don't know if I was able to go through all of the design and all of the styles that they have. Yet from the first few days, there was this dress that I really liked and I favorited it in my account, yet I keep looking through because you never know, you have to see all of them. And then I decided that this is gonna be the dress, and the other thing is, how do you make sure that it's going to fit you? Now, again, in my personal life, there were some people that told me not to go this way, that there's no way for me to try it on, that I might have issues with the dimensions and the measurements and all of that. But actually, if you go for a dress that has custom fields to enter in all your measurements, then technically they're going to build this dress for you. It's again custom made for you, and this is exactly what I did. Not all of the brands that they have on the website would order this because some of them are a lot cheaper. So you really have to order one of the sizes that they already have. Mind you, my dress ended up being about $260. That's it, $260. And I'm gonna insert pictures all throughout this video. No one will ever know because it was so well made. It was perfect. It has a skirt made out of tulle. It has rhinestones and lace, just like I wanted. So I just entered my measurements. My husband actually helped me take those measurements because some of them were weird and they had to be like my shoulders and my arms, and I definitely couldn't do that myself. Some of them can be a little complicated if this is your first time trying to take your measurements. But I found that they actually have a YouTube video that shows you how to measure yourself apart from the picture on the website. So that really made it way easier for me. They were in inches and we work in centimeters, so I had a little bit of a conversion to go through, and I entered them in inches. And I ordered a bunch of other stuff as well that I could definitely use in the wedding, because I knew that this stuff is already gonna cost me a bit, that it's coming outside of the European Union and I am within the European Union, so that would mean definitely custom taxes are going to apply and there's no way around it. So if I'm ordering this big thing anyways, then I might as well see what else they've got. So now I have my purchase history from their website, and I'm going to read to you exactly what I ordered and how much it was at that time. Now, keep in mind that they often have a lot of sales, sometimes things drop in price, it's just, you really have to monitor it. But overall, I would say everything is extremely cheap. But the quality of it was definitely good enough. And not to mention that after I got my dress for $260, I went around the stores locally and I saw very similar dresses and they cost like 4 times more. And I touched them and I saw them and there's really not much of a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the list now. My purchase history is in euros, because I assume this is what I ended up paying in, but of course you can change the currency. So I actually got my wedding shoes from there as well. I had 2 types of wedding shoes, but my high heels I got from this website in white. They were so pretty and they were extremely comfortable for such tall shoes. I'm not a high heel person, but they were extremely comfortable. They cost 25 euros. That's right, 25 euros for wedding shoes. I also got this wedding decor that looked like little champagne bottles that actually have soap bubbles inside, and we gave around these to like the younger people, younger adults that wanted to have fun with this, so they would make little bubbles while we were getting married, so that was a nice touch and it ended up working out. I got boutonnieres for the groom, for the fathers, and for the best man, and I think that was it. Okay, the next one kind of makes me sad because I got this beautiful satin belt with rhinestones on it. It was supposed to go on my dress, and I kid you not, I forgot it ever existed. When I was getting ready, I put on my jewelry, I put on my flower hairband, everything. This belt stayed in its box. Actually, we ended up forgetting a lot of stuff, but you know, at the end, the little stuff doesn't matter. I got a waterproof garment bag for the dress to stay inside. It's in white and one of its sides was slightly transparent. I got 2 garters, one for the garter game, the other one just in case, and it ended up staying for myself, but that's also quite cute. I got a wedding balloon that kind of looks like an engagement ring. We did not end up using that one, but I still have it. It's not used, and I feel like it's gonna be a cute item for a photo shoot or something like that. I also got my wedding bag from there, my little cute rhinestoney wedding purse. Now here's one of the cons. They actually got the purse wrong. The color was right and everything, the size as well. But they sent me a slightly different model, and at that point it was really cheap, like 13 euros. I definitely didn't want to deal with returns and exchanges, and there was just a month left. By the way, the dress took exactly 1 month to be made as per my measurements. So I didn't want to deal with it, I didn't want to return the bag. The difference was really small in the model. So I ended up keeping the one that they sent to me, but I complained and they gave me back 1/3 of the money, I believe. The next one is my second favorite after the wedding dress, and this is my main big wedding bouquet. Yeah, I did not use fresh flowers because I wanted my wedding bouquet to stay forever. I didn't want it to go bad, I didn't want to worry about flowers falling off or it dying on me, being dry or anything like that, and I definitely knew that I wanted to keep it forever. So I ordered my wedding bouquet from here as well. It was a bit more expensive, although I saw some on Etsy that were like 5 times this price. Again, very beautiful, but this, 45 euros. It went together with my color theme, it went together with everything. I had a flower headband, I had with the boutonnieres and bracelets, I'll tell you about them in a bit, for the mothers and the bridesmaids. It went with everything, it looked beautiful, and people could not believe that it's not real flowers. I mean, What's better than this? Then it's the dress. In euro, it was 225 euros. I believe at the time it was about $260, but don't trust me on this. Originally, 225 euros. That is what it says. I also got a bathing suit because I'm already in there, like why not? The bathing suit was 14 euros. I also got another bouquet, which was for the throwing part. First of all, I didn't want to throw my original bouquet because I wanted this to stay for myself forever. Also, my original bouquet was very heavy. So it's a good thing to think about that part as well. You don't want to hit someone, take their eyes out, or hit them in the head, or just anything like that. If it's heavy, it's a really good idea to have a second bouquet, which is a bit lighter, and the person gets to keep. It cost 8 euros. 8 euros. And the last thing was I got the wrist corsages for the mothers, for the bridesmaids, and the maid of honor. Yeah, those were all the people that had these flower bracelets type corsages. They had the exact same flowers like the boutonnieres for the guys and the flowers on my bouquet. So that is that. I mean, it ended up to about 500 euros. This is together with the international shipping. The other thing, which is not a responsibility of the website, is that, you know, I had a lot of customs and taxes to take care of, so they cost some money as well. I don't remember how they were, but I'm sure that for you it doesn't really matter because it depends which country do you live in, where are you ordering from, what taxes apply, so that's really different. Another con though, there are not just pros in this video, there's another con, and it really upset me at first. It wasn't a big deal after I went through it, so I'm gonna tell you now. So, when the package came in and I took it from the courier, just imagine that. All of these things that I just read to you from that list, wedding dress, wedding shoes, wedding bag, 2 bouquets, a lot of different decors and thingies, all of this came in a box that was yay big. That's right, that's how big the box was. It was extremely heavy, of course, because all of this stuff was combined and pushed into this little space. So immediately you would imagine that I was quite nervous. It was very heavy, but such a small box. I immediately thought, this must be just one part of the package. It is not possible that all of my stuff, everything that I've ordered, is inside of that box. But guess what? It was! Everything was inside of that package, and I started opening it up, and I had to open it by myself without my now husband because the dress was inside. I didn't want him to see it. I started opening the box, everything is in there. The dress was well packed, I mean it was fine, it's a dress. And then I got to the bouquets, and the bouquets were really smashed. I mean, they were fake flowers, so they kind of took different shapes, and they definitely have a wire inside of them, so I was able to return the shape, you know, like on a fake Christmas tree, sort of. So I was able to regain the shape. Nothing was really wrong with the flowers that couldn't be fixed or just shaped through. It was just a bit of a disappointment. And then that was the moment when I actually googled some other videos and some other opinions, particularly on the shipping and particularly on the packaging. And it was the same, and it was not good. So that's one thing. Like, do not expect a beautiful and amazing packaging. The stuff was alright, there was some bubble wrap on some of the things. Also, the little bottles, they were just in there somewhere. So the packaging was really disappointing, and I was at that point when I was already busy with organizing everything. So this was really just the top of everything that almost... yeah. But everything was fine after I got all of the stuff. They got back their shape and it was fine, but I know it's cheap and you can't really expect a lot because overall the quality of the stuff is really good. No one's gonna know if this dress costs thousands of dollars. It looks amazing in video, it looks amazing in photos, it looks amazing in person. I got so many compliments on it and people generally couldn't believe that I got it online. And then I've been giving some tips to future brides so they can do their research, but a lot of them, as I'm sure a lot of you, are afraid to take this step. But I would say, just do your research because it's possible. There are a lot of websites, it's not just that one. I also had a few others from that article that I went through, they just didn't have that much choice. There are different possibilities, and definitely websites that are real and they're not just selling platforms are a much better idea, because even if something's wrong, you can definitely get some help. For example, with my bag, I complained about it, that it was different. They offered me different options. I could either return it to them, they could send me the right one, I could return it to them, they can refund me completely, or I can keep it for myself, like I ended up doing, and they gave me 1/3 of the money. So that was a pretty good option for me. There was a person that I could communicate with very fast, and when it said that it's gonna be made for me in 1 month, it really was made for me in 1 month. So basically, this is my experience from ordering my wedding dress online. I definitely do believe that it's an option for a lot of women, and you don't necessarily have to go to boutiques. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I watched a lot of TV shows. I've been obsessed with Say Yes to the Dress and a lot of other series. I watched a lot of other brides on YouTube, and it all seems perfect, like a princess that you walk into a store, the doors open just for you, and you have this platform that you get to step on and try on your dream dress, or 100 dresses before you make your decision. But it's not really how it works. I went through other stores as well after I've already made my purchase, just to make sure what's out there and that I did not make a mistake. I don't think I made a mistake. It was a beautiful, gorgeous dress, and it looks great. I think it's pretty good. So it's worth for you checking out all these opportunities, do your research, read all these articles. Opinions and ratings are very important as well. But the bottom line is that when you're organizing a wedding, you definitely have to make budgets, and you have to make cuts at certain places. Now, we didn't want to make cuts from the food or the restaurant. We did the decorations ourselves completely. Our bridesmaids helped a lot, everyone around us. But the dress was something that I could definitely cut away from, because yeah, you're only gonna wear it one day. It doesn't mean that it has to be bad. Like, it can be great, but no one's gonna come and search for your price tag to make sure that it costs tons of money. Otherwise, it's not gonna work out for a wedding. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. It was a bit different, but I hope I can help even at least one person. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out my channel and the rest of the videos that I make. You might consider subscribing even. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day, and see you later. Bye!